All right, guys. And this we're going to continue now. It says for each letter, determine the values. Again, we were talking about how the cost of the cheese is going to be less than or equal to 8, but also is going to be greater than 0. I mean, there's going to be a price. You're probably not going to have like $1 cheese pizza, but you never know. So you could also make something like it has to be less than 8, but it's gonna never, it has to be equal to or greater than 5. Maybe 5 is the lowest it could be for the cheese pizza. And you could do the same thing for the one topping, right? Maybe the one topping, which we call T, has to be, you know, it can be at most $12, but as little as maybe $7. So that's our constraint, right? There's limitations to what it could be. Again, it can't be a negative number because that's talking about cost. And you're not gonna, most people are never going to pay $50 for a pizza unless you're like some fancy celebrity who can just throw away money like that. So it can be a non-whole number though, because we said that it can be like $7.50, so no problem there. Write equations of inequalities that represent some constraints in your pizza party. Okay, we're gonna just skip that for right now, but we could talk about how C and T can both. Oh, I guess that was probably like the same thing as over here. So bear with me, guys. We could say like C has to equal $9 or $8. Let's say $8 to keep with it. So it can only cost. There's no discount on it. It never changes prices. Maybe we can say that the toppings only cost $10. We're never going to give a discount. That way our customers know what they're going to get at all times. So that is also a constraint, can be the equal sign, right? These are also the constraints right here, both of these. So this is kind of like question number 2 here as well. That's like the example. This was just the reasoning, all right? So if we go into our next one, which is our summary real quick. Let's see. In planning a pizza party, what were some ways we gathered information to estimate cost? Again, that was, you know, we needed to know how many students, we needed to know how many slices per student, we needed to know how many pizzas we needed to know how many slices were in a pizza, we needed to know how much the cost of a cheese pizza was or a topping pizza was, we needed to know what the tax was, we needed to know if there was a delivery fee. There was so many different you know, the factors that take up the pizza party. How big are these slices? You know, are we getting the large? Are we getting the extra large? Are we getting a medium small? We don't know. Suppose we gathered information differently, for instance, by asking every student the exact pizza topping and number of slices. Would that have been a reasonable approach? No, that wouldn't have been a reasonable approach, right? Because what if little Susie wants pepperoni, but then Johnny wants mushroom, and then, you know, Victoria wants sausage and mushrooms and green peppers. There's too many topping for pizzas that if everybody picks them, we're then ordering by the slice, and that gets very pricey. That would change the estimate of the cost dramatically, right? If we're going individual based off of a pie. So there's that to think of. Let's say we assumed everybody loved pepperoni and would like only one slice. How could that change the estimate? Well, if we're assuming first off everybody likes pepperoni, we have some people who don't eat meat, right? So that might not be, some of our kids might not be able to participate, or, you know, one slice, they might still be hungry. But if we knew everybody liked pepperoni and only wanted one slice, that would just change our cost estimate dramatically to decrease, right? Because before we were saying 2 slices, or in one class we said 4 slices. That's a very generous person who was buying 4 slices per kid. But it would decrease, all right? But we can't always assume that everybody eats pepperoni or likes pepperoni, and we can't assume that they only want 1 slice. So I'm going to keep that there. Just remember that what constraints means, you know, there's a limitation on something. Again, I had a certain time limit for class. The limitation of the cost of the pizza might be a range of $5 to $8. We can't have $4 pizzas. We'll never charge cheese pizza being $9. So that's what a constraint is. You guys, please, now that you've watched this video, you guys can do your homework. Take care, guys.